Hi everyone, this is Kelly with Kelly Ann Crafts. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in McKinney, Texas, and this is my second card for the month of April. This one I'm just calling it Red, White, and Black Thank You. Because it's going to be a thank you card. I'm going to be using the Mixed Labels stamp set that is here, and this is an online exclusive. And there's some really nice stamps in here. There's a with sympathy for a great friend. I love the little banner. You can easily put the happy anniversary in here. It's just really cute. It does come as a bundle. It does have dies that go with it, and the dies what's nice about the dies is you get sentiments, things for sentiments, and if you stamp out the one ribbon, you can actually cut it out too. So, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to do something very simple. I'm keeping this class so far is pretty much just stamps, inks, and paper. So just like a sip is what we call it. So for stamping, we've got some ink and we've got some really pretty paper. The paper that was used in here is again designer series paper from the Mixed Media Florals, and we'll be just making this very simple card using that. And then this is our inside, and our envelope is going to look like this. So when you get your envelope, you will have the following things in there. You will have a base that is basic black, and it is going to be 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. You will have 2 pieces of Poppy Parade, and our Poppy Parade is at 4 by 5 1/4. Our designer series paper is just a smidge smaller, so you're going to end up with just a little bit of a border, and that is, let's double check our measurements, that is 3 3/4. Oh, I said this measurement wrong. This measurement is 3 7/8 by 5 and 5 and, let's double check, 5 1/4. No, 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. 5 1/4. Yep. No, 5 1/8. Boy, I'm having trouble with my measurements. This piece, our designer series paper, and the white piece that goes inside, they are the same size. So they are 3 3/4 this way, and then they are 5 inches complete in length. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some stamping first. That's what we're going to do, because stamping is just easiest first. So we are going to use Memento ink. I have it in another pad, but this is what Memento ink is going to look like. It's going to come in a thing like this. This is our Memento ink. In fact, I'll just use that one. My Memento ink gets so sloppy. That's all I can say. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp this cute little flower sprig, and we're going to stamp it right here. And then we're going to put it on our envelope. I like to have no naked envelopes. The last envelope we did, we put some designer series paper on it. This one we're just stamping, and we can put this aside, and that's done. And we're going to hold off doing our last stamp, and we'll put some things together real quick before we stamp our thank you. Okay, I'm going to put the white onto the red, and I'm just going to use my tape. Now, because this is very close in size, you want to make sure that you're setting it down with the correct border the first time if you're using tape. Otherwise, I would suggest using glue. That came out pretty good. I did a pretty good job there. I'm not usually pretty good with that. I usually use glue. I will tell you that for truth. Okay, and so this piece is going to get put on here, but we are going to bend back a portion of it. And it doesn't matter how much you bend back. It's just like this bottom corner. And you're just going to just kind of flatten it off, pull up a corner. Just make sure your piece is in the right direction. I'm going to use glue on this because I want to make sure it is in the right place. So when I use glue, I get it on very quickly. I quickly put my glue on. And then the trick to getting your piece to line up perfectly is this. You're going to hold this, you're going to set it here at the corner, holding it right there. And actually I'm going to take this corner because I've got two opposite corners. And I can slide this till it looks like these three sides are even. And when I think it's where I want it to be, I'm going to adhere that down. I'm going to just put a little bit of glue right in here, and I'm not putting much. I just want it to adhere down. It doesn't need to be a lot. And then I'm going to take my bone folder, okay, and I'm going to go on the back side of this, and I'm just going to flatten it out that way so if there's any glue that's globbed somewhere, it doesn't bubble the paper. Okay, and now we can stamp this. And I'm going to stamp my thank you in here. Okay. And I hope that's pretty straight. Not too shabby. Some days I get lucky. Not every day I can do it straight. So let me put that over there. And now I'm going to go ahead. This I can actually put on with a tape adhesive. Again, if you want to use glue, you're more than welcome to. And because this is going to have a little bit of a bigger border, it's going to have about, it looks like that looks pretty good. That looks pretty even, top and bottom. Okay. And all that is left at this point is to put a few little rhinestones on there to embellish it. These are just basic rhinestones. You'll see I have some that are green, and that's only because I like to color them the color that I need them to be sometimes. So let me get a few of these off of here. One's on the other side. They're always someplace where they shouldn't be. I'm going to put one up there, flip this over. You can put on as many as you want. I just suggest that you put them in odd numbers because for some reason that is aesthetically pleasing to your eyes. And let's put our inside in before we forget. Again, fairly simple card. It's just pretty much cutting the paper, couple little stamps, and then and a little bit of an embellishment. This has got a little bit more because we've added rhinestones, but for the most part, it is just a SIP card, stamps, ink, and paper with a small embellishment. So I hope you enjoyed that one. And if you did, please like, please share, please join my channel, and hit that notification so you know when I post up my new ones. And again, if you would like to participate in my class, I'm going to have a video up shortly on how to do that. And then I will release one every month. So if you would like to order one, you have that opportunity. And you'll have the opportunity to purchase the stamp set through my online store. So thank you again for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.